Mr. Bruce, can you come back up, please? I have a question for you.
You can stand there.
I'd like to.
Come on, one forward, if you will. Answer the question.
How long have you been involved with this incident, sir?
Since August 7th.
Since August 7th. Well, let me ask you something if you've been involved for so long. You know this lady right here? Her name is Dolly Cavier. You know this man? That's her husband, Hayward Cavier. This is Miss Abby Hugh. This is Mr. Jason Hugh. This is Mr. Grady Alamont and Ms. Carla Alamont. If you have been involved since day one, why do you not know these people? I'm serious. Why do you not know these people? Does Texas Bryan have any compassion for the people they affect? I don't need this mic. I'm serious. Do they have any compassion for the people they affect? I'm asking you a question, sir.
I assure you we do.
I don't believe you do. I don't believe you do. I think it's the bottom line is the money. The money needs to stop. Y'all need to put us back in our community. Kids out there. And just one more comment. If you think you're gonna walk in my house and put a probe in, you crazy. Because I didn't buy that house with a mom in, and it ain't gonna happen now. I done told you that, Martin, that ain't gonna happen in my house. And second of all, why y'all plugging the bed in a well that's got I'm shaking, I'm sorry. That's got H2S gas coming out of it. Wow! Because you ain't got the money? That's bullshit, man.
All right. Mr. Heacock, you may want to answer some of these questions regarding the well rent.
I don't have a slide presentation, but I'll just give you, my name is Brent Campbell. I work with the Department of Natural Resources. Tonight I just kind of like to give the community a quick, brief overview of the field operations and some of the activities that have been going on since our last meeting. In addition to some of the, I guess, issues that we've run into, DNR's run into, Texas Bryan, while doing these activities. As y'all mostly know, DNR has a daily presence out here. We have been since the beginning, and we will continue to do that to provide assistance to the parish as well as to the other state agencies in monitoring this event and overseeing the operations of Texas Bryan to try to resolve these issues. In addition, our contractor, Shaw E&I, has a continued presence out here with multiple personnel, and also they're out here 24/7 monitoring the venting of the gas. Also, we're continuing to provide assistance for DEQ in several areas. We assist them on the boat runs, monitoring the bubbling activity, in-home monitoring, and also the community runs. In addition to that, we're also overseeing all the 3A operations, the sonars, any logging going on, the movement of hydrocarbons in and out of the well, and also providing oversight for the any installations by Texas Bryan with geoprobes and vent wells. Just to give you an update of a little bit on the geoprobes, I know Mr. Bruce spent some time on that, but we have installed, our contractor installed 18 geoprobes. We do monitor those weekly for pressure information. That information is compiled and given to the scientists for evaluation purposes to see the best way to move forward with possibly vent wells, other pressure monitoring wells. In addition, as Mr. Bruce said, that they have installed 6 geoprobe wells or shallow geoprobe wells throughout the community. And he mentioned, I think Mr. Mayor mentioned, that they had a problem with their benchmark. And again, Dr. Heacock will be speaking more on that, on some options, because we want to provide, safety for the community is the utmost importance. So we want to try to look at alternative methods to get that subsidence data. Also, just quickly on our vent wells, we have 4 vent wells installed. Unfortunately, number 3, which is located on the Trish property, has not vented any gas. It has no accumulation at that point. Our number 1 well, which is on the north side of the highway, has produced approximately 425 MCF of gas they vented. The number 2, which again is on the north side adjacent to the number 1 there, has produced over 1,000 MCF of gas, has vented that much gas. The number 4, which we anticipate to be our best vent well, we've had several issues, sanding up, some water problems. We reworked it at least once and have not been quite successful. Shaw has some plans and works right now. I think within the next week or so we'll be reworking that well again to get the maximum production out of that. By reducing, one, cleaning the well out, getting the sand out, and then also addressing water issues there. also, Dr. Hecox will have more information during his slide presentation on that. I won't go over Texas Brines Bent Well, like Mr. Martin covered that, other than say that on the one well, the core well, which they call the Bent Well number 2, did have some H2S. Based on that, when we were informed of that, we shut in all of our vent wells, just as a safety precaution for the community and for the working personnel. And we kept those shut in for a day or so until we got the proper safety measures in place so they can move forward in a safe manner. You know, personal monitoring devices for H2S and other apparatuses. Again, Texas Brine does have plans, I think, to plug and abandon that well. The science team and also Dr. Hecox and their group, Shaw Group, has looked at that, and he'll explain more of what the advantages or what the pros and cons of doing that are later in his presentation. The Oxy 3A also had some traces of H2S detected in that well. And they've shut that well, and they've installed a H2S scrubbing unit in that. In fact, they were out testing today, testing that equipment to make sure it's serving its function, doing its job. So we hope to be getting flowing more hydrocarbons out of the well here in the next few days. And just briefly, the sinkhole, again, Mr. Martin said over 170 roll-off boxes and over 3,000 barrels of hydrocarbon /water have been pulled off the sinkhole. One other thing, though, I guess it's been a week or so ago, the Wildlife and Fisheries requested that Texas Brine install some type of devices around the perimeter of the sinkhole to protect the wildlife or to prevent the wildlife from coming into the sinkhole for feeding or resting. So they have installed over 20 strobe lights in the vicinity of or around the perimeter, and those will be functioning to help with the wildlife. And of course, the Wildlife Fish will continue to evaluate that and see if more equipment is needed. In closing, I'd just like to say that DNR is committed to be here for the long haul until this matter is resolved. We're committed to bringing in any and all experts that are needed. We have a task here tonight to speak. They're rock mechanic experts. We've also had other experts to help with the in-home monitoring and all. So we're totally committed to this event, working with the parish to get this matter resolved. Thanks. That's all I have. I'll turn it over to Dr. Hecox.
How much pressure they got in that H2S? Oh, y'all gonna let them stand in the well?
1 second.
How much pressure did they have in that well with the hydrogen sulfide?
That's the Oxy 3A.
Everyone had hydrogen sulfide, and what was the pressure on that? Two.
The core well 2, I think, was 165. Yes.
What? Are y'all gonna permit abandon any of the wells?
Are y'all going to permit abandon any of the wells right now with the problems we got?
The only well that they have a public plug-in abandonment application or permit submitted for it is the core well, and I think Dr. Hecox will be speaking on that. You know, like I said, the pros and cons of plugging the well and leaving it open, so he'll address that.
Coal well, which one is that?
That is the well that was initially drilled, put in place for put geoprobes in for physical collection of geophysical data, and then converted to a pit well. It's on the Texas Brine property.
Right, that's one after the bridge. I think they need to go to the bottom of it and find out what's in the bottom of it before they abandon